Oh, maybe longer, a little bit longer, but once it's hung there, and then you cover it up. At night, you cover it up with your tarp or whatever, or some woman there would take it off, and store it, wrap it up in their tarp, and hang it the next morning when they get up.
Okay.
Yeah, but some of them will just leave it on the meat rack. So, well, as long as the dogs don't get at it, I guess. Yeah,
What did
always.
you feel was the best way of doing it?
I really like dry meat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's everybody that I know of. That's a Cree or a native person likes dry meat. Yeah,
Did you have any siblings growing up?
just my sister was small, younger than me. Two of us in the family.
And did you have a really strong relationship as children?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you play a lot?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we played a lot, but mostly my friends that were, because we didn't live that far apart and around Kelly Lake area there. There'd be a house every quarter of a mile or something, or and, they lived all the way around the lake where I was raised. So the boys would get together, play ball, or they like being that football or whatever, soccer, I guess
Soccer.
you'd call it,
Yeah.
yeah. But in our olden days there, we used to put two blocks on each end of the little field we had. Put two blocks there, that was our goals. And if you can kick that soccer ball in between there, you scored. Yeah.
So
And
was
hockey was the same way.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you build your own rink in the wintertime then, or
Well,
how did you?
right on the lake.
On the lake.
We used to shovel the snow off, and that was our skating rink.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many people would you say would join in from the
Oh,
community?
there could be lots
Yeah.
of the whole boys around that were my age, I guess. We'd all go and play. It didn't matter how many it was. It did.
So it's very different from now where lots
Oh
of
yeah,
kids stay in.
yeah,
So
yeah,
so you spent most of your time outdoors as a child then, you could
yes,
say.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So did you have any other traditional games or activities that you would participate in, or?
No, not really. I used to like riding horses when I went to my other grandpa's place there. They always had horses, saddle horses. I like riding saddle horses.
I had a horse growing up too.
Yeah.
I really loved riding
Oh
horses when
yeah.
I was growing up.
Yeah.
So used to take them out on the trails and go jumping and everything.
Yeah.
So was it this kind of the same as well for you growing up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had lots of fun riding horses.
Yeah.
And then when I finally grew up to be about 14 or something, I went to work in a sawmill. I quit school. I think I was grade 4,
Okay.
and I was 14. See, because I didn't start till I was 8 years
8.
old. And then at 14, I went to work in the sawmill, and I've been out working ever since then.
My dad was the same. So
Yeah,
he went to school and
yeah,
then ended up just coming out and going straight into work,
yeah.
so without finishing. Was that normal
In
in
my
your
day, yeah,
community?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So was the sawmill the biggest, I guess, place of employment in the
Yeah.
area then?
Well, no, they only had those sawmills in wintertime.
Okay.
They'd haul the lumber out, and then they'd have a planer mill in town where they finish off the wood with the boards, I guess, yeah.
And at 12, what would you be doing in the sawmill as a job?
No, at
Oh,
14.
14, sorry.
Yeah. I was a tail edger, or tailing the edger, piling lumber and stuff. Yeah. It was hard work,
Yes.
but when you're young, you can handle it.
You've got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah. And nowadays, I see 14-year-old kids running around. They don't even think of going to work.
So do you think there's a big difference in
Oh,
work ethic, would you say, in
oh
between the
yes.
youth nowadays and back
Yeah,
then?
lots of difference. Yeah.
What are the biggest differences that you see?
Well, because nowadays we're living in modern, we're living so modern that young boys don't have to go to work. They get help from either from the government or whatever.
Hmm.
In my day, you didn't have get no help.
Right.
I think my grandfather got their got a little bit of money from going to school. I guess what would you call it?
Kind of a scholarship or bursary?
No, there was money that
Residential.
yeah. Yeah, there was no. The wages were very low in my day.
Hmm.
The first good paying job that I had, I went to work in a pipeline. I was 17,
Hmm.
and I was making $1.75 an hour.
Wow.
But at 15, I went to work for a farmer at $4 a day.
Hmm.
Like after I quit working in that sawmill, I was 14, and then I turned 15,
I was slow.
and then I went to work for a
I
farmer
fell
there, and
asleep after I talked to you.
he's paying me $4 a day
So,
from 8 o'clock till 6 o'clock at night.
so $17 an hour was a big change then, wasn't it?
Well, $4 a day. I think I made $100 in 1 month.
Hmm.
As nowadays you can make that much in a half a day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I noticed a lot of difference in pay.
Yeah.
But then stuff were cheap in them days.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I remember buying a small pop at 14 there, got paid from that sawmill. A small Coke, 7 cents, a nickel for a chocolate bar.
And now you're looking at easily over a
Over a
dollar.
dollar, yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
And everything's cheap.
Yeah. So can you think of anything that really stands out for you as a child in terms of like really great memories?
I like watching rodeos.
Rodeos?
Yeah.
So was there a rodeo that like was there traveling rodeos or was it just local people?
And every town there is a little rodeo going on, yeah.
Okay.
There was one, it still goes on every year, Rio Grande Rodeo, but that was like a day and a half with a team of horses that we used to use.
Hmm.
Leave Killer Lake, go through the back country, camp, do some rabbit snaring, and then the next day we'd make it to the Rio Grande Rodeo
Hmm.
for 1 day rodeo.
What kind of events would they do at the rodeo?
Well, they had foot races from 6 and up. 6-year-olds would race, just little ways.
Hmm.
Then they'd go up from 7 to 8, and then to go adults.
Okay.
They'd have foot races.
Okay.
Then they'd come out with racehorsing, like to go around the track. And there was chariots,
Hmm.
and then there was in the meantime they had ball game going in the middle of the arena.
Okay.
And